Yo, we're about to finish off this Vidya James. So this is the final chapter, mates. I will give you fair warning. This is
5 years.
I know, 5 years later. This is by far the hardest boss in the game. Not even close. It is the final boss, which is, you know, it's nice to see that, you know, they did that way.
Walk.
Dororo. I also really like how this is set up.
Dororo, how have you been?
Good. How about you?
I've been worse.
Did you
I found a way.
really?
I also like how
Whoa, she has a sword now.
Somehow
I like how, like,
naturally
in
drawn to my
she was
spirit.
probably what, like 8 years old,
If I can get my spirit,
maybe 10.
Yeah, let's say 10.
And it's 5 years later, and she's 15, and she's like completely 100% grown up. I guess it's like it's
I can do it
believable.
without
Girls,
giving you any physical
Yeah, that's true.
Age faster.
Perfecting the technique
That's
is
true.
harder than I
Or
thought.
puberty hits.
Right,
Sorry,
but it's just I don't know.
I just want to see her face to see.
I see you so soon.
There is
Oh, you want to see her face, huh?
still just one problem left, Dororo.
Problem?
Even though I
Wanna
can
see that
lure
face,
out
huh?
the fiend, I cannot sever its bond with you.
Which means
Which means I'll be fighting the fiend while it's still a part
Dun
of
dun
me. And
dun.
if anything goes wrong, something bad could happen to you.
Could you imagine?
You could die.
what?
Which is why I've decided I don't mind my arm staying like this.
By the way, isn't it extremely
No,
convenient
Shaggy.
that they met in like a very huge arena type place?
To get back your body.
That is very convenient.
Don't you worry about me. I trust you, Hyaki.
I just noticed that it's the same voice actor for the older Dororo.
It's just like, I guess slightly lower.
Come on.
Whoa!
Give it your best
It
shot.
looks 15 to me.
Yeah. Not.
I won't fail you.
Oh, who won't fail you? All right, please, dog, please. Oh boy,
Ah, yes. I can do this too.
Yakimaru's Goku.
Well, I guess it did take him 5 years to perfect this.
Yeah, and I don't know if they mean 5 years. I assume they mean 5 years after the end of chapter 7. So like, literally, he's looking for the final fiend for like 5 years, which like that definitely sucks.
Yeah, because they part ways at the end.
Yeah. Oh boy, this boss is so brutal. Pretty cool looking. I like the chest face thing.
Yeah, I'm remembering this boss now.
Oh boy. And yeah, there's just I could be done in this. I mean, if you watch this video and this video is like 12 minutes long, it means that I did good. If it's much longer, it either means I didn't do good or didn't feel like editing the part out.
Myth.
Boom.
That's pretty good. Does he have more than one form?
Doth haveth more than one form, he says. So this is how you get, you're probably like, how do you get more light cannons? It's from this. In fact, this form is...
Reset.
Yeah, reset. This form's baby compared to the others. I don't like that it's over here, but whatever.
This is a pretty cool boss.
No, the boss is cool. Everything about it is cool. I should have shot it.
This looks like something that could be in the, what's that place in FF7 called? The underwater sunken ship thing.
Oh, the Galenka?
Yeah, it looks like it could be like an end boss for that.
I'd be cool with that. Okay, that's probably all I need at this point.
Hey, at least you have 2 revives,
Yes, I miss.
which I'm assuming you're gonna need.
Yes, I will. Cause yeah, this boss is like, this part is like nothing. Oh, kind of screwing the pooch, but it doesn't. Like nothing matters except for the last one. Ah, damn it!
Literally too fast.
Too fast, too furious. All right, just in case. That's fine. It's all the nerves, bras.
Those are just push that.
It all comes down to the final part. Hi.
I like their shot.
Yeah, I probably could have.
Hindsight advice is always the best.
Alright.
Wow,
Part
you
1.
beat it.
Part 1 of X. How many is X? We'll find out. I can't imagine doing this on one life bar, by the way. I mean, if you're perfect in the final part, which we'll see what I mean by that.
My favorite meme of huge enemy lowering its torso specifically so you can strike it.
Hey! And this is pretty much just like Sigma in FFX.
Whoa. I had 1 billion health.
Ah. You can avoid that, like, by running around. You can also, if you hit him just right, you can get him before.
Is that the only way you can attack his head?
Yeah. You can get it on the first swipe, but I'm just being kind of cautious. Alright. Might have done it this time. Yeah, there we go. And that doesn't take any damage when he knocks you off. Not that, like I said, the damage done right now is nothing compared to what it is later. I wonder if this will count. Oh, cool. Okay. So 2 more. They always leave it with like an awkward amount of health left. Because, like, once I do this, it'll be, like, just enough where you're like, why didn't it just kill it? You know, kind of thing. And then... Oh, hello? Clearly this is, like, predetermined. Like, the amount of damage it takes every time.
Also, isn't it convenient that this fiend just raises its weird arm right against its face for some reason?
Yeah, that part I'm just like, wow, how convenient. Like, the part where he gets down, I guess it makes sense because you knocked him out of the sky. But the part where he's like, I'm gonna raise my hand up.
Maybe he thinks he can just blast you with lightning.
Part 2 of X.
Whoa, he's dead.
Yes, he's dead.
Easiest boss of all time.
I would still consider that to be one of the harder bosses in the game, considering most of them you can just, like, level up and low pass. Alright, so part 3 of X.
Yeah, I guess all your stats are literally max, so you can't grind stats.
Nope. You can't grind stats. You could not have the Phoenix, which would be pretty annoying. You'd, like, if you were using your sword arms, holy crap. Alright, this is where things get a little dicey. Thanks. Okay. This reminds me of, like, a Shadow of the Colossus boss. I mean, half because it's so big, and half because of the specific way you have to fight it.
Yeah, like climbing on top of it. That's very Shadow Colossus.
Which, I think this one came out before Shadow.
Yeah, I think Shadow Colossus was, like, 2005?
So we're watching for when he stops moving back there. Alright, cool. So when he tries to grab you...
Dude, you have to do that for 6 of them?
Ah, crap. Damn it. This takes a lot. I mean, relatively speaking.
Well, he does shoot a gigantic laser at you, so, seems a little justified.
The fact that I missed the first one is okay. Or, like, it's good, because usually I get caught, like, every time, because the timing's just pretty specific. Okay. No. Are you kidding me? Hi. Okay, thanks. Also, you get, like, in this weird spots where you can't, like, do your, like, full combo sometimes. Damn it!
Oh, that sucks.
And I don't think you can avoid it. Like, from what I can tell, you have to be at the top. Hey. Ah, actually, straight up avoided it for once.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, I don't even... Those you can easily avoid, obviously.
At least the shockwaves and the lightning don't really take that much, all things considered.
Yeah. Cool.
They're just more annoying than anything.
Alright. So let's continue on. Oh, I hate these ones right here, because you stand so awkwardly. Alright, I'm going to watch for when his hand starts doing that thing. Which is now. Awesome. Which is now. Awesome.
I'm sure you know, but his back platform is still
Is it? No! Damn. Too late. That's fine. This part's definitely going better than it's ever gone for me. So I know it's definitely possible to do it without having to... I just don't know how to avoid the lightning. It just seems like not possible sometimes.
Yeah, it seems like it might be like tracking your potential movement, so maybe like just like jittering back and forth.
That's what I was thinking. Hello! Okay, I guess that maybe actually helped me. It's like a very awkward area you're standing where you don't get like a good foothold.
Yeah, like you're only doing the first slash for everything.
Oh, freaking heck! Yeah, so I'm gonna get up there and hit it like 4 times and it's gonna be like, I'm done. Alright.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was literally one hit.
Oh man, it's my bad. But yeah, as you can tell, this is obviously not even close the hardest boss in the game. Which, hey, it's the final boss, and it's like...
You mean it is the hardest boss in the game?
Hello. Just end, dude. Okay, there we go. Now, all of a sudden, I didn't even move, and all of a sudden I do that. Alright, so part 4 of 4 coming up. So this is the last part. And it's the hardest. You could technically be done with it in like 30 seconds, but the timing is so unbelievably specific.
Well, at least you have 2.
And this is the part where I could literally go through 2 of these if I like don't do it exactly right. Trevor, real quick. So on the final part, I have to do a combo thing. I want you to tell me when it says finish, because I have to focus so hard on the inputs that if it says finish, just tell me right away, okay? It's when I get to 48. So I should have told you that ahead of time, but I completely forgot. All right, so here we go. I was too close to the edge. You stupid game. Like, literally, I did that just right, but I was too close to the edge.
Yeah, and I see what you mean about timing.
And this takes a lot. Technically, I could be done already. Too early. It's funny because never before did I reach the end. Like that never happened where I reached the edge. Too early.
Yeah, like when he hits the ground, he slows down.
Yeah, he slows down a lot. Oh, this like the timing is just so ridiculous. And sometimes I'll hit him once and he'll still like wreck into me. I swung too fast there. It's so brutal. Like, it's not something where it automatically starts going. It's like you have to, like, follow it.
It's unfortunate that it seems like it's pretty janky, too. Like, the only reason that didn't work is that, like, you got rebounded too far.
Freaking heck. If you get the last hit in, like, you're pretty much guaranteed to do it. Alright.
Over.
Yes, okay.
Gotta do
Freaking heck. How many did I get to, just so I know?
You got to, like, 46.
Alright. The pressure's too great, dude.
Dang, you just had to do it all over again.
Freaking heck. And imagine doing this on 1 life bar. Like, you could, but this part you would only have a couple chances to do, because this takes a lot.
Yeah, like, this part is cool looking, but it definitely looks frustrating. Like, it's just...
Like that. What did I do wrong? And it just blew past me.
It's just really janky.
Alright.
This is sort of like the epitome of this game in a nutshell, where it's like really cool ideas, really cool set piece, really cool setting, but not quite done to the point where you're like really satisfied. But this is. Finish.
Yes! Let's go! And do you see how I don't know, like, for me, I'm focusing so hard on the bottom that, like, I don't see when it says finish. And what happened yesterday, I kept doing it. It was like, reach 48 slices, right? And I kept doing it, and I was like, why is this not ending? And I realized that I did it 2 or 3 times where I did over 48, but I didn't hit finish, because I didn't even see it. I was focusing so hard on the bottom of the screen.
It's not super
Oh my god, dude, I'm so glad that went, like, relatively well. Oh my gosh, dude, that boss is so hard.
It's over.
It's over, we did it. I also like how it's, like, symbolic that the last one's his last sword arm. Like, that's really cool. And for some reason, you get, like, more attack power and HP. I guess maybe if you didn't have the Phoenix, it would bring you up to 999 or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it seems...
I also like, but for us completionists and stuff out there, I like how it's 99, 99, 999. The fact that the attack power is over 99 is, like, bogus.
Gotta do the Final Fantasy and be at 255.
Yeah.
Kaki?
Dororo, look. It's my right arm. My real arm.
You did it, Hyaki.
Dororo, I couldn't have done it without you.
You touched me.
Thank you. Hyaki.
So, as with every game I've ever played on this channel, the ending is, like, very poor. Like,
It's alright.
I mean, it's not as terrible as it could be, but, like, they could have added a 2-minute cutscene where it's like, Hyakimaru went on to live this life where he did this, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I guess,
Hyakimaru, and Dororo teamed up again and kept Japan safe, right? Like, or they could have showed, Diago, his dad, like, he was a good guy again and did whatever. So it was like, literally they were like, whoa, we have no budget at all.
I would say at the very least it's a very uplifting ending for such a downer of a game in general.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Hyaki getting all his stuff back and Dororo still being alive, like, that's good. And I guess you assume that, like, you know, his dad is, like, doing the right stuff or whatever. And I guess you can also assume that if his dad doesn't do the right stuff, that Hyaki's so strong now that he can just, you know, stop anything. Yeah. But I could have taken, like, a 2-minute epilogue or something like that. Would have made me feel a little more whatever. So I'm gonna let this go through. Oh, dude, you like the cloth simulation? Based.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anything happens at the end. I have the ability to save for some reason, and I didn't when I was practicing, so I'll see if that changes anything.
It just lets you run around dual wielding and attacking generic...
You know what? Let's try that real quick and just enter Chapter 1 and see if you can, like, dual wield 2 awesome swords then.
Probably.
So yeah, overall, Blood Will Tell, I think it's a very awesome game. It's flawed, but considering it's you know, clearly the budget constraints and stuff, what a great idea. And it's, unlike most games I do, it's not one where I go, what a great idea, and it flopped. I feel like they did very good considering, you know, the budget and stuff.
Yeah, it probably sold pretty well in Japan. But this game is very much a product of the PS2, where it is a unique idea done in a way that is pretty interesting, but not super fleshed out, but it's still, like, pretty good. But it doesn't have, like, it's not like one person doing it with, like, the budget of nothing. It's like a single A or a double A game. And that's, like, really what's special about the PS2. Like, games like this can exist. And, like, even by the time the PS3 came out, it's like, oh, it just doesn't exist. Like, single A games are just, like, Call of Duty clones just to make back their budget, because even then, like, budgets have inflated. So a game like this could only exist on the PS2.
It's true. Or I guess PS1, but they weren't, like, good. Whereas, like, PS2 was, like, new enough that it could be, like, fun. Yeah, and that's our major, like, downfall with the PS4, you know, where it's, like, literally every game that comes out is either, like, a super, super indie title, like, super indie, like a Hollow Knight kind of thing, or it's, like, the biggest AAA title with a $200 million budget. Like, there's, like, not so many in-betweeners like this.
Yeah,
or, like, how many have I done on the channel in the last year? Ghost Hunter, hell, Kuan, right? Like, all these ones where they're, like, clearly they had a little bit of a budget, but it wasn't crazy, you know?
And then a lot of Japanese games that do have those, like, single-A budgets are, like, all fan service games, like your Senran Kagura's, which are all, it's just all fan service instead of something like this.
Right, whereas this is like a thing on its own. Like, maybe it's fan service to Japan because they like the manga, but, like,
I don't think it's
I still don't, yeah. My one complaint, and I'm just gonna real quickly save and see what's going on. Yeah, so I finished in just over 5.5 hours, which is pretty cool. My one complaint, like Trevor said, is there's certain things that just aren't fleshed out. Like, in the end, it's like, 5 years later, I'm walking along. Oh, hey, Dororo. Oh, wow, look at that. You can't even do Chapter 8 anymore. So, yeah, there's nothing new that they added here. You can replay as Dororo if you like. So, yeah, let's just, you can play all the parts Dororo did, if that makes sense.
Be cool as an Easter egg if they added, like, adult Dororo.
Oh, yeah, that'd be kind of neat, where it's just, like, takes place of Hyaki, and you can just do whatever. So, yeah, I assume that, I mean, the post-game content after the end is, like, essentially nothing.
Yeah, there's literally nothing.
But I think I can, no, I can't even, wait, hold on. What if I do, no, I guess what I do is, I dual wield, oh, his sword arms. So I can, like, keep leveling these up, but I can't dual wield, it looks like a big, like,
yeah, it does
a big sword.
It's still cool.
And let's just, you got the body parts. Unfortunately, I don't know all the ones that we got at the end of last one, but you do have, the spiritual ones. I think it says, I forget which one says that when you get them all. Oh, well, that you get, like, a bonus. Where? Oh, appendages. Here we go. And then you have right arm, leg aid. We did it. I told Trevor, by the way, last time. I forget if I posted it on the part for the last part, but you get, I believe, 4 or 5 fiends or body parts for beating your dad. So technically, there's not 48 fiends, but you fight so many bosses that there still has to be like 80 bosses in the game. So that's it. We'll see you next time. No more Blood Will Tell, but we'll still keep doing random, weird PS2 games. My final thought on this is I do think it should be played. I think it's a game you should play and try out. Obviously, emulate it. It's, you know, way too expensive to just casually pick up, but it's very worth, like, playing through on an emulator. You didn't hear it from me. See you next time. Bye, sheets. Yada, yada.